Welcome to Leah's babble holiday. And today is December 13th, and we celebrate Lucia. Sweden is a melting pot of when it comes to different traditions, and those often not those traditions comes with a loophole or more likely an excuse for eating something. So we start with Lucia himself. While Catholics and Orthodox churches have tons of saints, we as Protestants have only Lucia. She was a girl that lived in Sicily or Syracuse when the Christian church still hadn't figured everything out yet during the 3rd century. And Lucia will become a martyr and a symbol of light, and is only celebrated in Italy and in Sweden. So who was she? There are some records from this time thanks to the Roman Empire. So we know that she lived in the late 3rd century in Syracuse, was an early Christian, and died when she was about 21 years old because she didn't want to make an offering to the Caesar of Rome, Diocletianus. She was sentenced to death by fire. But when the flames didn't hurt her, she was struck down with a sword. Before she died, she helped the persecuted of early Christians that took refuge in catacombs. And to have her hands free, she put candles in a crown that she had on her head. Today, the traditions is that a young woman, most likely in between 18 to 20 years old, gets selected to become a Lucia here in Sweden. And she will wear a white gown as a symbol of purity, a red band around her waist for the martyrship, and a crown with the candles on her head. After Lucia comes her maids that had the same kind of clothes but had glittery garlands in their head and around the waist. And everyone sings Christmas carols. And I can say, only Ruckus forgets the damp cloth to have on your head under the crown, so that stearing from the candles doesn't burn your head off. Been there and done that. The only thing that is Swedish about this tradition is actually the time of the year. A long time ago, we had a calendar called the Julian calendar. And according to that, the 13th of December was the winter solstice. Now, those of you who say, hold on, that's not quite right, you are absolutely right. Because during the 18th century, we changed our calendar to the Gregorian calendar, and the winter solstice was placed in the 21st of December, they will say a week later. So why this date? Well, according to Norse mythology, the night of the 13th of December was a magical night where spirits could come alive and animals could speak. I have talked about dates before here on the channel where those special dates could bring extra power to someone, prediction could be occur and so on. And the same thing with this date. One thing we here in the north have abundance of in this time of year, and that is darkness. So no matter if you have snow or not, so to have an excuse to light some extra candles, the tradition of Lucia is right up our alley, so to speak. So, I said in the beginning of this episode that Swedes found loopholes to have something or have a reason to eat something. And Lucia is always have something um, to give when it's celebrated, and that is gingerbread cookies and saffron buns. Mm, delicious. So, with that said, I want to thank you all for listening to me to this a little bit shorter episode. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope I see you very soon next time. Bye.